Hey everybody, it's John again with Contract Diagnostics. Today we're talking about employed to partnership. We had a question on one of our lectures about what should be considered. And I think it's a great question, but it's also a very complicated one. So if you are looking at a private practice and the potential for partnership, lots of things need to be considered. First, the employment agreement should be reviewed. So make sure that you have that initial associate agreement reviewed. It might be for 1 year, for 2 years, for 3 years. It just depends on when they typically offer partnership. Understand that there are metrics that most groups have on who they would vote or allow into partnership. Most of the time, it's not just time-based, be here 2 years. It's about showing them something, showing them a team mentality, or showing them a certain skill set, or proving that you can collect or produce a certain amount of patients, or build your practice to a certain level. Oftentimes there's financial considerations, meaning buying into partnership, which could include anything from $1 to millions and millions of dollars. So it's very important to understand the nuances, the risks. It's also important to understand what you will receive for that. So we like to use the term cap rate. So if you're giving them $200,000, what's the cap rate? What typically changes for a partner? How long does it take to recoup my investment? Of course, there's lots of other questions such as do I keep my investment and get it back after? Does it go up in price? Does it go down? And then what's the risk? There's so many questions that you all could ask around partnership, from how are votes made, to have you ever considered selling to private equity in some specialties, to have you ever not offered partnership, to what happens if someone dies or there's a divorce, is there a spousal consent form to sign? So there's lots of considerations to answer the question that should be made from employment to partnership, but we don't feel it's important to jump into all of those right away. There will be partnership documents if and when that time arises. I feel if you're looking at an employed position that may yield partnership, the things to consider are near term. So let's talk about the contract today. Let's talk about what happens over the next few years and what their expectations are. Let's talk about the private equity, because if they sell out and you're not a partner, that could damage your obviously it would hurt the chances that you become a partner, depending on how the private equity offering is set up. So there's lots of questions that could be handled near term, and maybe they'll even let you become partner earlier. But it's all about the due diligence and the questions that you all ask. So let's make sure that when you're looking at a partnership opportunity, that we don't lose track of the employment opportunity today and focus too much on the future, but we look at what the future holds, at the same time making sure we're managing today and the expectations over the next few years. We look at contracts all the time for partnerships and for our employee positions, and if we can help you with any of yours, of course, give us a call at Contract Diagnostics. We'd love to help. It's all we do.